Welcome back to the channel. This is the 2026 BMW M2, a car that refuses to compromise. It's bold, fast, rear-wheel drive, and unapologetically driver-focused in a world where cars are becoming more about screens and less about smiles per gallon. But BMW has kept the M2 pure just the way enthusiasts love it. In this video, we'll take you on a full ride through what makes this little coupe such a big deal. From the way it looks to how it drives. Get ready for 25 minutes of pure M engineering. Let's start with what this car actually is. The 2026 BMW M2 is the latest evolution of the M legacy in a compact coupe form. Under the hood, you get the same 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-6 engine found in the M3 and M4 Audi S58A, but slightly detuned to 473 horsepower and 406 pounds-feet of torque. It's still a monster, and you can pair it with a proper 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic. Top speed is 177 miles per hour with the M Drivers package, and the sprint from 0 to 60 happens in just about 4.1 seconds. But what's more impressive is how this car makes you feel every second of the journey. No all-wheel drive here. This is good old-fashioned rear-wheel drive fun. Base price sits around $66,000, and when you add some options, it can push closer to $75,000. Not cheap, but when you consider what it competes with, this is performance value at its best. Now look at this thing. It's aggressive, muscular, and unapologetically different from its predecessor. The front end is boxier, with a squared-off kidney grille that might divide opinions, but one thing's for sure, it grabs your attention. The lower air intakes are huge and functional, cooling that hot twin-turbo inline-6 while giving the car a planted stance. The hood is sculpted and contoured, showing off some real character lines. From the side, you notice how short the overhangs are, and how wide the fenders flare out. It's compact, but it looks like a serious machine. Out back, the quad exhaust pipes, deep rear diffuser, and the subtle lip spoiler wrap up the design with a true M car signature. It rides on staggered wheels, 19 inches up front and 20 in the rear, with sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires that help it grip like a mountain goat on twisty roads. And let's not forget the color palette. This year's standout is Zandvoort Blue, a bright, electric hue that's exclusive to the M2 and looks incredible in natural light. Climb inside and it's just as serious. The first thing you'll notice is BMW's new curved display, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster paired with a 14.9-inch touchscreen running iDrive 8.5. It's sleek, sharp, and loaded with tech. The graphics are M-specific, with cool performance visuals, G-force meters, real-time boost levels, and shift indicators. But even with all this tech, it doesn't feel cold or disconnected. There's a balance here, a modern usability with old-school M flavor. The steering wheel is thick and grippy with M mode buttons right at your fingertips. The standard M Sport seats are comfortable and bolstered just right, but if you want to go full hardcore, you can get the optional carbon fiber bucket seats. They're incredibly light, beautifully sculpted, and hug you like a race harness, perfect for track days. Materials throughout the cabin include Alcantara, leather, carbon fiber trim, and soft-touch plastics. Ambient lighting sets the tone at night, and wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a 14-speaker Harman Kardon system make daily driving even more enjoyable. You might expect this car to ride like a go-kart, but surprisingly, the M2 has range. Thanks to its adaptive M suspension, you can switch between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus modes. In Comfort mode, the ride is firm but forgiving. It soaks up city potholes and freeway expansion joints much better than you'd expect. You won't mistake it for a luxury car, but for a performance coupe, it's impressively livable. Wind noise is well controlled, the cabin remains quiet on long drives, and the seats are supportive enough for hours on the road. Even the rear seats are usable for shorter trips. Adults under 6 feet can fit back there in a pinch. And the trunk? Surprisingly practical. You've got space for a couple of suitcases or weekend gear. BMW knows that many buyers will daily drive this car, and they've made sure you can do exactly that without suffering. Let's talk performance, because this is where the M2 earns its badge. This car is insanely fun to drive. That twin-turbo inline-six feels alive. It pulls hard across the rev range, with a buttery smoothness and a snarling edge that makes you grin every time you hit the throttle. It's happiest near the top of the tech, just past 5,000 RPM, where it sings all the way to redline. If you're lucky enough to get the manual transmission, it's one of the last truly great analog experiences in the automotive world. The clutch is weighty but predictable, and the shifter clicks into gear with a satisfying mechanical feel. Prefer the automatic? You won't be disappointed at the 8-speed ZF is lightning quick, with downshifts that bark through the exhaust. The rear-wheel drive setup, combined with an active M differential, gives you incredible balance and control. The car rotates beautifully into corners, holds its line with confidence, and gives you the freedom to play with the throttle mid-corner like a proper sports car should. The steering is fast, precise, and though slightly muted compared to older hydraulic setups, still offers plenty of feedback. Brakes are strong and consistent, with optional carbon ceramic discs available if you plan on frequent track use. And yes, it will drift. In fact, it encourages it, with M Drift Analyzer on board to literally score your sideways moments. In a world where performance cars are becoming electric, numb, and automated, the 2026 BMW M2 is refreshingly raw. It's not perfect, as some might find the design too boxy, or wish for a bit more analog feel in the steering, but those are nitpicks in what is otherwise a nearly flawless execution of the modern sports coupe. It blends heritage with technology, comfort with performance, and gives drivers something to truly enjoy. Whether you're carving canyons, hitting the track, or commuting to work, the M2 adapts and delivers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive car content, and let us know in the comments, would you pick the M2 over its rivals like the RS3, Supra, or Mustang Dark Horse? Until next time, drive safe and stay passionate.